Greetings to all, the Horde Mapper is with you. The ULMANIL region won the last vote. Let's find out his story. In ancient times, people lived on this land. They lived separately from each other in their settlements. Some stayed near the Sinalia River, while others went east. Trade with the Kingdom of Ankabai and with Alperum, as well as a convenient location for housing, contributed to good development. But one problem has always bothered the people of ULMANIL. It's the goblins. These creatures lived in the Sonin forest. For a long time, goblins and humans learned to live near each other. Of course, there were skirmishes due to misunderstanding or ordinary aggression, but there were no constant attacks. People walked around this area, but the goblins didn't come any closer to it to people. But everything changed with the appearance of the Goblin Clan, the clan of the One-Eyed Skull. The goblin leader inspired his fellows with the idea of establishing complete control over the region. These lands have always belonged to the goblins and only they have the right to rule them. And each new human settlement near the Sonin forest only strengthened this sentiment in the goblin clans. The goblins attacked and destroyed the village of Ongania. They were able to quickly push the people back to the Sinalia River because the transmission of important news was slow and impractical. When the news came to the Grey Principality, its prince quickly gathered an army and headed towards the goblins. The Grey soldiers stopped the invaders, and with the help of the young prince's tactics, they pushed them further away from human settlements. After many battles, the leader of One-Eyed Skull was killed, and the idea of war among the goblins disappeared. The prince established boundaries between the races and forced the goblins to split. He was merciful towards the goblins. Despite their bloodthirsty murders, he spared their lives. This helped maintain peace between the goblins and humans for a while. These events showed that separate human settlements are weak. Therefore, some villages joined the Principality of the Greys. With each passing year, the power of the Grey dynasty grew stronger on this land and peaceful life became under the protection of the princes. The attempt to spread influence to the northern lands was unsuccessful. Progna, Eclatania, and Valinid established their borders with the Greys and did not allow them to spoil the Great Forest. But with the Kingdom of Ankabai, everything was more successful. The Principality of the Greys established their settlements near the kingdom and defended them. The rich deposit of metals only helped the development of the military affairs of the Greys. In the east, the Principality established control over the border with Alperum. They did not allow the Hios group to strengthen its position in ULMANIL. In the south, Prince Hushan II built Vozir. This city was the beginning of the Grey naval forces, and this settlement would become one of the main ports of the Empire of the First Star. The news of the unification of human kingdoms in the Eklan region and the election of the King of Eclatania as the God of the Sun made the Prince of the Grey dynasty cautious. A new state with unknown intentions and a secret force in the person of a warrior of light put the Principality on the alert for possible skirmishes. The invitation to the coronation of the Emperor of the First Star surprised the prince. He agreed and went with his elite to the Eklatan capital.
There were people of the Sun religion in the Principality, but the prince was not an ardent follower of Arrhenius. In Lacrimism, the religion of the moon, was always under surveillance by the Principality due to a misunderstanding of many ideas.
At the coronation of the emperor, the prince saw a change in the forces in the world. He realized that a new order had appeared and he should adapt to it. After the kingdom of Ankabai entered the empire of the First Star, the warrior of light came to the lands of ULMANIL. The prince and the emperor had a long conversation about Lacrimism, goblin gatherings, and the history of the Principality. The warrior of light said that he respected the Grey dynasty and their deeds in ULMANIL showed the strength and resilience of the human people. The prince heard the proposal to join the First Star Empire and said that he wanted to think about the answer. The emperor agreed and headed to the Felon region. The Prince of Grey understood that he would not be able to win the war against the empire. He thought about the religion of the sun, Arrhenius, as well as the emperor's view of the future and his plans. The best option was to join the empire and develop together with the help of the technologies of all the peoples of Modus. The emperor returned to ULMANIL and was glad to hear the prince's answer. The Principality became part of the Empire of the First Star. The warrior of light informed the prince about Nochlin and the beginning of the war with Lacrimism. The emperor wanted the ruler of ULMANIL to see with his own eyes the terrible fate of the followers of the moon, and together they sent Nochlin to the state. This concludes the story of the ULMANIL region. Visit the Telegram channel to learn more about this universe. Thank you all for watching. Good luck.